Hi, it's Joe Gore from PremierGuitar.com from Musikmesse 2014 in Frankfurt, and I'm here with Bart Nielsen from TubeArt Handcrafted Guitar Amplification.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Thank you.
You're going to show us this awesome new head and cabinet that you've got.
Yes. It's a V6 amp. It's the first serial built amp we have. I'm already like 30 years building amps, but this one is the first one we have the serial building, and it's a 3-channel amp, which has a very good Fender clean sound, and then you have the drive channel, which is AC/DC, very high dynamics, so you really have an attack. And then there's a brown channel. It's the Van Halen sound. It's what you heard on the intro. And the novelty on this amp, which other amps don't have, I think, is that button. That's why you call it that. There's no shortcut. It's just that button. And you can dial the speaker type you have. Some speaker cases, like a 412, have a lot of low ends, maybe too much, and you want to take it out a little. So you can go from metal sound. I'll show you. So I'll take out a lot of the lows. It's not a resonance button. Some people say it's a resonance. Resonance works different. And so what you can do, you can tune your speaker to the amp.
And if it's not a resonance button, what is it?
That's the secret. There's some electronics behind it which make the difference from resonance. Resonance sits in the feedback loop. It's a technical thing, but it's so you and this one is in the tone involved, and it does not only change the low end, it also changes the correct character a little. So that's the main difference.
So it's not simply a fourth band of EQ at a lower frequency than the bass control.
It's not like you have a bottom sound of sort of EQ. It changes the whole, because the mid also reacts on it. It's a complete sort of tuning knob to fine-tune your tone, especially for the cabs, but also for your guitar, because I'm using a Strat now with Sur elements, which are very common, and so it's bright. And maybe you want a lot of darker sound, especially with the humbucker, and when you dial in the DAT button more, it gets a thicker tone, so it's better. So it works only on these 2 channels, on the drive channels. Not on the clean channel, because on the clean channel I didn't find it necessary. The idea of the amp was to set up I have 3 sounds in my head which I really like. That's the AC/DC and the Van Halen sound and the Fender clean. And I wanted to have super dynamic, very much attack. So when you play like a that you have a very, very fast attack, very detailed sound. Also when you back up the volume, you can play it clean if you want. I see this on the drive channel, now I'm backing up. Okay, it's out of tune now, but don't worry.
Would it be all right to play a little bit while a third hand turns to that knob so we can listen a little bit more?
So it's not an EQ, but it's it works definitely, but you have to hear it.
It's dramatic standing here next to the amp.
Yeah.
We really perceive the character change in a big way.
You heard it, yes. And that's what it does. Sometimes you know it yourself. When you're playing guitar and you're playing like in a sound check, it's okay. But when you're playing with the band, you're missing something, and you can dial on that sweet spot then that you pinpoint more through the rest of the band. That's what works brilliant.
Absolutely, and also it's very, very impressive the dynamic range of your drive channel. I've seen a lot of drive channels don't do much on the lower end.
Exactly. So this is a drive channel, for instance. It's more an AC/DC sound. So it's more like in Thunder. It's less drive, but it's even more attack. But it comes better out when you play it loud. That's because fortunately we can't hear it very loud, but that really kicks ass.
No, for a trade show, it sounds really good.
Yeah, that's what it should do. And also hear it now at lower volumes, it also works. So you don't have to kick his ass, but every tube amp sounds better when it's loud. That's for sure. Mine too. That's no different. I'm going to show you the clean channel also. Maybe if I have a time, little. Yes. Here it's very punchy, Fender-like sound. We're also every 50s, 70s. It's when you it breaks up more like a 50 Fender amp, which has a more browner sort of sound. Less top end. So I'm gonna kick it. You're very dynamic sound. That's also very special because in most amps you have a Marshall sound or you have a Fender sound. This one has both, which is very unique.
I assume we're switching between different power amp sections when we switch channels.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Same power amp tubes for all three channels.
No, yeah, it is. And
do you work on turret board or is it?
Sorry,
it's point-to-point wire.
Yeah, it's hand wire, point-to-point.
Yeah.
It's really all, and I'm working a lot of years as a professional backliner for several bands, and we always had a problem that a lot of amps gave up due to transport. This one is very sturdy built, has all military parts, so oversized resistors, etc. Everything is bigger than it should be, like they used to do in the old days. Today you have computer technology calculating everything. This one it won't break up. It's very sturdy built. Yeah, it was on the PowerPoint. You see that we use special designed valve feet, which are not common use. They are much more sturdier. They use them in the high-end audio. Yeah, that's true. They're gold-plated. They also use them in high-end audio tube amplifier because of the fact that they don't crackle after 2 years or whatever. Yes. But that's very important. And from that point, also on the inside, it's very sturdy built, and you can really kick his ass without being worried. Because you have more confidence when playing. And that's also, of course, which we put on our logo. It's all skill says for the handcrafted old school, and retro friction because it's a new amp, but it sounds like the old ones. So that's why we retro friction thing. And well, that's about it.
And where can people go online to learn more about your amps?
It's www.tubeart dash amps.com, but it also works without the dash, so don't worry.
It's a fine sounding amp.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, thank you so much for playing it for us.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
And thank you for watching PremierGuitar.com.